Hello, folks. It's been a long day for me, of course. So this is MLS Matchday 7 update video. Unfortunately, I was going to do it on Monday, but I had a great break from doing these videos. But I'm back again with some Matchday 7 update from the MLS. Let's start. Charlotte coming back from 1-0 loss to a 2-1 win against Nashville. Real Salt Lake getting a 2-0 win against LA Galaxy. New York Red Bulls with a 2-1 win against Chicago Fire. Cincinnati wins it nearly with a 1-0 win against New England. And then draw in Philly with a 0-0 draw against Orlando. Columbus getting a huge win against Montreal 2-1. Atlanta and a draw with a 1-1 against Dallas. Austin and Portland ended also a draw. Kansas City Sporting get their first win of the season with a 2-0 win against their rivals, St. Louis. Houston upsets LAFC 1-0, and they get their first win of the 2025 MLS season. Congrats to Houston. Vancouver gets a huge win against Colorado 2-0. San Diego beating LA Galaxy, beating LAFC, and now they beat Seattle 3-0 win against Seattle. Minnesota gets a huge win against New York 2-1. How about this? San Jose 6-1 against DC United. Miami ended the Sunday soccer night with a draw 1-1. Let's get to the winners and losers. The winners and losers are basically the performance, not all they're the biggest losers and biggest winners. Starting with the biggest winners, Charlotte was the biggest winner. They came back from 1-0 to a Wilfried Zaha penalty goal, and in a late 90-minute goal to seal the win and defend an undefeated home streak this season. What a win for Charlotte. How about San Diego, boys? San Diego has already defeated 3 giants. LA Galaxy, LAFC, and Seattle Sounders. They just took all 3 of those big giant names in the West, and they already beat them. Wow, what a hot start for San Diego. I got to give it a shout out to Minnesota. This was a huge win against New York. I really thought this would be a letdown game, but they come back and find ways to win it. They get a huge win on the road. Can that win keep that going for their match day 8 update game, which I'll do that tomorrow. And finally, Columbus. How about Columbus, folks? Because they're first place. They're in top of the East. And this win was huge because you got a feeling that Miami could beat Toronto. Maybe Philly can beat Orlando. Maybe Charlotte is going to make a surprise. Cincinnati. Columbus is in the top of the East, folks, right now. So they're bringing some momentum coming in. Let's go to the losers. And it's the 3 teams that lost to San Diego. LA Galaxy, who have not got their first win of the season. Very disappointed. Seattle Sounders losing to San Diego 3-0. How do you got to feel about that? LAFC, they lose to Houston. So after losing to San Diego and then you lose to Houston, that's not going to go very well. All right, and then this is going to surprise you guys. I have Miami as my loser in this one. Here is why. This game was going to be very huge for them. In the East, of course, they have to keep up with Columbus. However, they end the game a draw. And for Miami fans, they got to feel a little disappointed of this result because they should be seeing their team play very better than what we saw against Toronto. That is it for my MLS Matchday 7 update video. If you have not seen the NBA news that I did yesterday, go check that out on my channel. Of course, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell for more sports news. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.